10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Ah, the pleasure is mine, sir. It's been a good series so far. A quick first game, relatively speaking, maybe about 31 minutes, but action-packed to the bitter end. It was Vici Gaming coming out. All signs green, just looking good overall. Strong execution, a very well-rounded draft with some good carry power, and well, that Treant, man, got so much work done that game, made a lot of space for his friends, set up a lot of teamfight initiations. Interesting to see Newbee go with that Queen of Pain first pick. They put her in the safe lane last go round, didn't work so well, but they'll try their luck once here. Vici getting a couple heroes that they like, Lion and Sniper yet again.
Newbee's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Vici Gaming's turn to ban.
Yeah, definitely. And he is just a pretty strong offlaner in general right now. He's a little tankier. The cogs just give him this kind of unique ability to control the lane, and he's pretty difficult to zone out completely. And he'll inevitably find that level 6, usually a little bit faster than some of those other offlaners. You see Newbee here prioritizing the off lane with this next round of bans. Ice, Ice, Ice heroes, your Phoenix, as well as your Brood Mama taken out of the pool. I'll be curious to see what Vici go the third pick here. If they don't take this Earthshaker, I'll be a little surprised here, I must say.
Oh, man. It's just one of those days. Sorry I forgot to unmute my mic, guys, so you missed the intro. But for those that are wondering, it's Vici Gaming leading 1-0 in the best of 3. To recap quickly, it is an elimination match. The loser of this game will go home. The winner will play the loser of LGD versus IG, our next match for the final spot at the LAN finals, which will be in Bucharest this time around. Everyone at Dota TV heard me, so that's good. But yeah, sorry to those on the stream. I guess that for now we've fixed the audio on Dota TV and we've screwed it up on stream, and by we I mean myself.
Boy.
So
it's a zero-sum game today, LD, and somehow we just seem to be a step behind. I don't know what it is. There's something in the water.
I can't even
blame
wait.
it on traveling.
I can't even wait to see what kind of clever death threats I get today. I had some good ones yesterday. So, well, ban number 4 for Vici Gaming. They do remove the Juggernaut here, the safe lane farmer, potentially for Newbee. That Shadow Fiend's still in the pool. And I honestly feel like the Shadow Fiend was not the problem last game at all. He got ganked, he gave up a kill mid, and he still had a really fast Eul Scepter. Now, they did have to invest a little bit more in protecting him, but if they want to go for the Shadow Fiend again, I think that's okay. It's just, I feel like their other lanes need to go better, and that's where I think this Clockwork pick does make a big difference. So, well, let's see what Vici want to do. They get their Sniper nice and early here. Do they want to go for another Bruiser again? The Jug will be banned out, but maybe we see something like that House Slark, something nice and aggressive, can deal with the Clockwork and Queen of Pain initiations rather easily. For now, they're going to grab the Chen. And
okay.
if Newbee do want to go Shadow Fiend, this is another hero that can pressure him and zone him out of the lanes fairly early on.
Yeah, this is exciting. I like watching Chen games. I feel like I don't get to see him anymore now because he's popular but banned out in every game. It felt like Major All-Stars, Chen was the go-to. We are not playing against this hero. Get him out of here. Take him out of the pool. So, should be a treat for Vici this go-around. They'll have some pushing power and, well, pretty good hero to make some space for that Sniper. Not quite on the same level as your Earthshaker who can linger nearby, but Chen can grab all sorts of creeps for that mid lane that can make the opposition's life a lot more difficult. You get that Wild Wing for the Tornado Harass. You can maybe get one of those Harpy Storm Callers. Can do a lot of things to help out the mid lane. But here's Newbee with a good anti-push hero, the Ancient Apparition. Good old Frost Fingers joining the mix.
Yeah, this is a classic combo. The Clockwork into AA. Now, do they want to go Spectre? That's the big question for me. Are they running like a full global strat here? Or are we just going to see more of a pick-off style lineup? I think Shadowfeet's still alright, though they're starting to lack a little bit in proper lockdown is the concern for Newbee. No true stuns outside of hookshot. And that could become a problem against Vici Gaming, depending on what these next few picks are. They're going to go Ember. They're going to try to punish this lack of lockdown. And, I mean, Newbee can address it to some extent. They've got one more support pick. So maybe we see a Skywrath. Silencer has been a popular pick in China. But the issue is that these heroes who lock down Ember do not really stop the push. And Chen Sniper pushes reasonably well, so until you get level 6 of your H Apparition, I feel Newbee may be caught a little bit between a rock and a hard place here. Let's see what direction they choose to take.
And unfortunately, they're a little bit limited on what kind of control they can draft here. Their second support will absolutely need to have a stun, something like a Vengeful Spirit. Rubik could work okay to have some sort of disable, but depending on how they want to set up these lanes, they'll need that safe lane farmer if they want to put the Quap mid this go around. And you're kind of limited on the carries that also provide huge lockdown and huge damage. Here you'll have one that has the ladder, great right clicker, of course, and the Lifestealer, but not giving you anything in the way of stuns, at least not until he has the gold to farm up an Abyssal Blade.
All right, well, Lifestealer bombs, I guess Storm already banned, so they can't sneak one in here. No chance of that Clowny support Clockwork. They'll be looking for a second support. I think Skywrath is a likely option. They're a little bit light on D-push if they go Skywrath, but it does give them a great tool for dealing with this Ember and a good follow-up for the clock. So,
yeah. I mean, maybe Earthshaker could be your final pick for Newbee. He's still in the pool here.
That's true. That would be another good option. He's a little awkward. Like, Clockwork plus Earthshaker, it makes life hard for your Lifestealer more than anything. At that point, his own team is his own worst enemy, so that said, he would be really good at slowing down a potential push. So I think he's a possibility. And with this Enchantress ban, the options are getting a little bit limited. Unless do they want to go greedy? I mean, Enigma's out there. Maybe that's something Newbee considers if they do want a jungler.
At least they've got the Queen of Pain as that delivery vehicle for the Lifestealer. Not quite the same as a Puck or a Storm or someone who can come in from longer distance. Maybe a Centaur, perhaps. He really wants to be in the middle of the fray, but still someone that can get him to where he needs to be. Bristleback now, the final ban from Newbee. I think a smart ban. Wasn't really considering him on my list, on my short list for Vici, but he could have been a very scary offlaner here. You can see how much they're prioritizing bans against Ice 3 there.
Yeah. As for Newbee, I'm trying to think what else they could go for. I think Rubik's another pretty solid choice for just because he goes well with the Ancient Apparition. There's not that many great spells to steal, but having two 600 range heroes along with the Ice Blast is a good combo. Okay. Well, the
there
Void.
The Muscle Man here. So not the most synergy with your Ember Spirit, but absolutely amazing with the Sniper. Set up the bubble, let him sit in the back line and rain down the shrapnels. I like this. Gives Vici just even more control at this point. They've got a great initiator, and I wouldn't say a predictable pick, but one that works just fine.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a solid pick. It's a little bit vulnerable to getting harassed out of lane from an Ancient Apparition. Yeah. That said, he's unlikely to die, at least early on, and that's kind of the key thing here. There's no heroes that Newbee can run that will reliably kill him off. So, with that said, once he gets level 6, he'll be just the initiator. They have the Ember Sniper for damage. The Lion's pretty good follow-up. Like you said, it's a great frontliner to soak up damage, take the blows, while Sniper just sits back and peeps away at people.
So Newbee, other options here. I think we've covered our bases. Shadow Shaman, another hero that comes to mind that does have some lockdown they could possibly think about. He shows his face every so often, especially out here in the East. I don't know. I feel like there isn't really that magic hero for Newbee that will really bring this all together.
Whoa, well, okay, that I did not expect.
It's a little different. Very greedy choice here. Still, I mean, it gives you lockdown in the sense of, great, you've got an Initiator who can, jump on the Void or the Sniper and hit him with Doom, but you have no real stuns. Maybe like Blink Warstop if Doom can get a Centaur. This is a little scary, I think.
I may be a little cynical on the Doom right now. I saw him picked up in the Starlighter America Finals. They just ended. I'm going to spoil them now. But IX Mike's team going into Game 3, they had an excellent Game 2. They forced the deciding Game 3 against Taker. The draft looked amazing. And then they 5th picked a Doom. And I just felt like they lost the game from there. The hero is very weak in the lanes. He takes a lot of farm off the map. And one of the issues with Doom, I feel like, is it's just not really his patch. The cast point on Doom got nerfed. That's one problem. But the other big problem is he's often about just getting ahead in terms of gold, in terms of experience, and this patch rewards you for that. You kill him, all of a sudden, he's just a big bucket of rubber band swinging back the other way. So I guess they felt like they needed better ways to deal with the Doom and the Ember, as you mentioned, but I don't know. I've been... Now, that said, I have not seen a 4-position Doom. They've mostly been true offlaners, and those Dooms have really struggled. So perhaps... I guess they see the Chen here on Newbee, and they say, we want to be greedy in our own right. You want to run a Chen, you're probably trying to stack the jungle a lot, maybe for the Ember, farm up as quickly as possible. We're going to try to do the same. Now, there is the slight possibility. Hearts Get Together, or a Hyper Glory team now, I guess, used to run this Kaka 4-position roaming Doombrainer. He'd get an early Orb of Venom boots, and he'd just walk around the map trying to harass people. So perhaps we see that from Banana. It can work out really well if you get lucky with runes and creeps, but there's a lot of ifs there. It's not a guarantee. Whereas, like, you look at the Chen, it's almost guaranteed he's going to have an impact on the lanes, or he's going to get really fat in the jungle. So we'll see. I'm a little skeptical on the Doom, but it does make sense if he can have a decent start.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. The idea of saying, well, let's match greed with more greed, it makes sense. But I feel like something like an Enigma would have fit a little better because he can come online at a time that he can skirmish around when Chen wants to get active. When Chen's moving around with 2-3 creeps trying to gank lanes, make some space, Doom's not going to be ready to fight. And that's going to give Vici this big window where they can really get a lot done. We'll see yet another invasion here in the Radiant jungle as Newbee rotate 4 heroes in. Vici Gaming looking to mount a defense, or at least the beginnings of one. They'll lose the pole camp for now. Sentry ward comes down in the trees, and there will be an observer just getting submission of that bottom rune there in the predictable spot. They'll also block out the hard camp with yet another sentry. Vici won't put up a great defense, but let's see. Do they have any sentry wards themselves? They do not, actually.
They have gold on the Chen. He just bought them, coming out in the courier now.
Okay.
The question is always, even if they have the gold, do they get the D wards? That's always the tricky part on this, especially try to D-ward some of these camps. Like this camp in particular, this pole camp, extremely difficult to D-ward. So we'll see if they can get the job done.
They may just wait it out, see what kind of what the situation looks like before they start putting those wards down. Ice up top, looking for the rune. Will not find it. Hops back to safety. Doom gets the top bounty, and it'll be super on the sniper down bottom to grab that bounty rune. So 1 bounty apiece, and, well, already Fenrir finding something with this sentry ward. Opens up his hard camp here, and that's the big one. That's the victory for him, and that'll open up a whole lot of creep potential.
All right, so I don't think we actually had a chance to introduce the teams yet properly, but we'll do it quickly now. I'll go with Newbee anyway. Sangshan going to be playing your Ancient Apparition. Rabbit on the Lifestealer. They're going to try to go to work with the Chilling Touch. Ice. Pump fake it his Time Walk on the way out. Moo will be the Queen of Pain mid. Banana off in the jungle is the Doom, and that does leave June currently imprisoning these poor creeps. Just the range for now, off in the trees.
Radiant side, we've got Vici Gaming up 1-0 in this best of 3. Ice in the off lane on the Faceless Void. Mid, that puts super on the sniper once more. Oh, boys. Fenrir
I don't think you made the coffee strong enough, Andrew.
Oh, God.
Need to, like, inject something extra in there.
Snooper. You're on the chat.
Now he's just a pervert. Poor guy.
Yep. That puts FY on the line, and it will be Hal farming away on the Ember Spirit, a comfort hero for him, and should have plenty of space in this bottom lane against the off-lane Clockwork, who already is doing okay, though. June halfway through level 2 and finding a couple last hits himself as the Radiant supports move through the jungle. FY doing a pull-through here to get some lane control back and make things a little easier for his Ember Spirit. But I have to say I do like this draft from Vici. I think it does pack a little bit more of a punch and certainly have a bit more team fight potential coming into that mid-game.
The Jungle Doom did get a good creep to start off. He at least starts with the Dark Troll Warlord, so he's going to have the early skeletons. Already hits level 3 as we're going to have a go here on the mid lane. Moose blinked in for this, but Super just lays into him with the shrapnel.
Oh, no.
Gets the job done. Oh, my. Chasing him down. That was, unfortunately, your Queen of Pain.
Wait, does he die here? Oh, that's a close call. 18 hit points.
Uh-oh. I was already moving top, thinking they might make a go at Ice, but fortunately, I've got you checking mid. He does make it back. Spends his gold for comfort. Yeah, with the TP.
Okay, so Super will have to head back to the well, but of course, well worth it for him. That first blood, and Sanshang, he could be in some trouble here. Actually takes the smash from the Hellbear Smasher. Ice looking for the kill, but now he's in trouble. He'll get cold-footed, and Whew, another close call in the top lane.
I thought he was dead there. I don't know if he backtracked anything or if maybe the stout shield just did a lot of work. But
he does. Okay.
Yeah, he does have the point of backtrack. So
yeah. Okay.
Close call. He almost froze there as well, but just barely able to time walk out in time.
Yeah. So you just can't blink aggressively against a sniper in the mid lane. That's one of those where I didn't see the beginning of it, but I feel like Moo just needs to know better. A good heads-up play from Super to stand his ground. He has the Aquila already, so getting past that hard part of the lane where his right-click damage is pretty feeble. Very even in terms of CS, and it's just Vici getting the better out of the lane so far. Down bottom, Hao finding pretty nice farm here. Number 2 on CS, and Chen getting all the space he wants in the jungle here. We'll see June trap him inside of the cogs. Battery assault is online. Hao actually taking a lot of damage. Searing chains are there, and he'll walk away. But...
Oh, now mid, though. You're roaming Doom. This is what I was talking about. HGT style, right in onto Super, and a much-needed turnaround kill.
Absolutely. Thunderclap makes that easy.
Okay, so... we mentioned the Faceless Void. He's getting his levels here so far. Really needs the farm to go his way, though. Ice, only 1 CS, but just needs to get those boots online, and he can start to catch up. You compare that to June, getting a lot more out of the offlane, and applying a lot of pressure as well. Keeping FY back, level 4, and change. It's what you expect for the offlane Clockwork. He's going to generally get more out of the lane early than the Void, but obviously the Void makes up for it in his theoretically much better teamfight potential later on. So we'll just have to see how the game evolves from here, but for now, I think Newbee will at least be happy with what they're getting out of the offlane and what they're getting out of the jungle from Banana.
Yeah, Banana's having a pretty good time. Of course, that gank mid helps out quite a bit. Here he's got 2 Wild Wings at this hard camp. He'll be able to stack it up a few times more, then just grab that Tornado and get a whole lot of farm going his way. Maybe start making some progression towards that Midas. Though Fenrir, he's been quiet so far, has found some decent farm in the jungle himself. He's now got level 5, has the beginning of a scary Chen army here, a Hellbear Smasher, as well as a Satyr Tormentor. We'll see when he wants to start moving around, but I think a mech will be coming in the near future for him. For now, just pulling up the gold up to about 800.
So, our Doom continuing to stack the woods. He's got a quad stack. It's the Wild Wing Ripper.
There we go.
This is a really nice start for Banana. He's basically farming as well as the Chen right now. Now, that said, the Chen can stack multiple camps, can do a little bit more at this stage of the game, but... Oh, I miss a kill mid.
Oh my.
They find a solo kill for Snooper. Just the level 6. You throw out your shrapnel, Assassinate follows him, even if he tries to blink out, and they get the job done. They're going to try for a 2 in a row. 2 in a row, perhaps?
No.
Do they set up mid again?
Now, this is fun and exciting, a bit unexpected. Their smoke will expire right around the time Queen of Pain comes back to life.
They want the Doom. They know he's been off in the woods, stacking, and he's doing that little dance. That stupid little dance that Doom does.
Double Satyrs. Here we go. Assassinate from long range. The double shockwaves get him into the threshold.
They're gonna steal the stack. Oh, no.
This hurts so much. Not only does Super get a kill, but it's a huge stack, and they'll clear it out easily. The supports rotate in, or one of the supports, rather. Ice as well.
Meanwhile, bottom, though, June has found Hao with the haste rune. At least gonna get a trade here. Hao, no mana to work with. Can he at least deny himself? Not even gonna get there in time. Chopped down by the little clock man as Rabbit. Will get caught out and just finished up. Hex, then
Are they gonna find another? Now Banana comes in. Ice is here. He's got a time walk forward, almost level 6. Radiant will lose their courier in the mid lane. They find a kill on the sniper. And there's
what is going on in this game? All of a sudden, the courier's down. Now Banana's trying to hunt forward on Fenrir. That hasted clock. The haste word's still going. He already fell 1 kill bottom. He's going to come top and get another as well. What the hell is going on in this game? Oh,
Chaos has erupted. I don't know if that lifestealer death was sort of a quote-unquote feed, or if that was just a calculated bait to run in, keep them around longer, than have the rest of Newbee rotate through to set up a kill on the sniper, then ultimately the Chen. A series of strange events, but in the end, it's
not done.
Newbee that make out okay.
Now they're going to top. He does not get off the cogs. Ice could time walk out, so this should be where it ends, and he'll use that time walk nice and early. But man, oh man, we have giant neutral stacks being stolen, the courier being sniped mid. In the meantime, you've got Sniper finding a solo kill in Queen of Pain, Clockwork finding a solo kill in Ember after he hits level 6 bottom, then rotates top, finds more kills. It's only 8 kills at 7.5 minutes. It's a dead even game, but it feels like 20 kills just with how quickly it all happened.
Yeah, I mean, the courier getting picked off, I guess, does tip the scales in favor of Newbee a bit there. They've got the gold lead for now. It really is Super that feels like the big breadwinner. He died towards the end of the fight, but he got a lot out of this big stack here, and he was the one that got that initial kill on the Doom as they rotated through. So he's still topping the net worth chart. Moo on the Queen of Pain, having a much better time than Rabbit did in the last game. Level 8 and number 2 on net worth overall. So this Queen of Pain, maybe a little bit more of a tempo controller than what we saw in the last match. We'll see what build he ends up going for. If it is that Orchid Rush, or if he does something a little different, maybe an Aghanim's first item could be an option as well.
Yeah, you're definitely right that the Sniper is the big winner. At the same time, they have better heroes to deal with him. Mainly, I think, because they have the Clock instead of the Centaur. So they have that reliable initiation. There's no swap. Oh, bottom lane. June maybe going to get caught out here. The chains only hit creeps, but then they bring in the reinforcements. Impale to come out, and can he make it out of here? Any hookshot shenanigans? Remnant over the cogs. Does he have mana for it? How does? Not using it just yet. He doesn't want to waste it, and they get the kill.
He makes him
anyway.
work for it. Still a good gank, though. Chen gets credit for the kill, and Vici may try and turn this into a push. They've got a Basilius up on the Chen, a nice little army here. I think this will be some pressure on the tier 1. They'll see how Newbee react, though. Their glyph is on cooldown, so this will not be the easiest defense.
Yeah, they don't have the HF Ice Blast. Sunshine really needs his level 6, and until he gets it, you're running a Jungle Doom and a Lifestealer safe lane. Not the best counter-pushing heroes. They are decent fighting heroes, though, and that's what they want to do as they TP and Rabbit. He's going to walk forward, but there's a Troll Trap here. No, he'll infest it and then kill it off just to ensure he doesn't get caught. Now Hao wants to turn, but more reinforcements have arrived. Double Remnant! Hao, where you going, my friend? He's got one more. He'll chuck it now, but now he's out of Remnants. He may need a send back, though. The hook shot hitting a creep. Bailed out by the fortunate creep placement of Fenrir. Maybe anticipating that hook and looking to cancel it as Ice. Tries to work his way through the trees with a Quelling Blade top lane. Was thinking about a Chrono under tower, but I don't know if he can get that Sanction kill, especially not with this extra rain of protection for a little bonus armor.
That was pretty impressive from Vici. It's hard to say if the placement of that Satyr was one of those, it just kind of happened to be in the right place at the right time, or if that was a very well-construed big play of communication between Hao and Fenrir to position that properly, just anticipating where the Clockwork may want to go. Very close to getting doomed as well. Hao survives, but that was very close for comfort, raising the blood pressure a little bit on this Ember Spirit, I'm sure.
That was a bit of a panic Remnant there from Hao. And then he throws out the next one, and then Remnants immediately. So at that point, if they hook him, he's just flat out dead. But ends up getting out in the end, and he'll be very happy about that.
I like this build that Rabbit is going for here. Phase Boots into Bracer with 1,000 gold. Could be the beginnings of a Drum of Endurance. Could maybe even be thinking of a delayed Midas here.
Kaboom!
Whoa!
See you later.
Okay, caught the tail end of that. Moo just hops in and shows him what that burst damage is all about on a level 10 co-op. And it looks like he will go for the Ags as well, so I think we'll see that happen a few more times.
Really nice combo. You get the Queen of Pain Ags, and the ultimates line up perfectly. 40-second cooldown on the Ice Blast, and I believe it's the identical on the Queen of Pain ult as well with the Scepter. As they find Hao bottom, did not get his Flame Guard off in time, and without the Flame Guard, he will be very easily dealt with. Denied, though!
Ice, though! He comes time walking in. Chrono on 3. Do they have the follow-up damage? FY's down nearby. They'll go for June. Chen Creep pecking away at him. Clockwork's dead. Hex onto Banana. He'll be on the run, and it looks like he will make it out. What started as great initiation from Newbee quickly gets turned around, and it's a deny for a Clockwork. Ice, the playmaker there.
What a player. Oh, that really hurts for Newbee. They caught the Ember with his pants down, did not get the Flame Guard off. That should be your opportunity to just quickly find a kill and walk away, but Ice, just one step ahead of them. Now, he did use the Chrono, so that's going to be 2 minutes for Vici where they don't have their big team fight control. Maybe Newbee can look to punish this. Hookshot will cool down in 50 seconds. Queen of Pain ult in 90. Speaking of that Queen of Pain, gonna find Fenrir, has just purchased the mech. So even if he dies, not the biggest deal. Does Moo want to commit to this? Not with FY in position. Has Finger on line. He's just gonna back it out.
Yeah, it looks like Moo will be okay. And he'll head back to safety. Okay, 6-6, but it is Vici that have pulled a very small lead for themselves. This game a lot closer than the last one. 12 minutes in, and we're still in just a 3-figure difference here in terms of overall net worth and experience. So now Chen gets his big item pickup. That'll be a 12-minute mech on the way as Hal rotates up top to find some farm against a Rabbit. Actually hit by Searing Chains under the tower. That'll tickle him back a little bit here as his Drum of Endurance Oh, actually, it is a Midas recipe. Okay, so Rabbit does go back for the farming tool here on the Lifestealer.
Yeah, we're going to see double Midas for Newbee. They also going for it on Doom. This will be a window where they get both Midases. They don't have any big combat items on either hero, and it's a window for Vici Gaming to try and make something happen. They're smoked up, heading on mid. Moo in a dangerous position down in the river. Can they get that Hex initiation? They got him. Finger to follow it up. Gets zapped. He is tanky with the point booster, but not that tanky. Ooh. They'll bring him down.
And now Song Shot in trouble as well. Assassinate flies through. It'll be a twofer in the mid lane. And now Vici Gaming transition this into a tier 1 tower push. They've got the toughness aura, a Basilius. These creeps are tanky. Glyph comes out, and this tower destined to fall. Newbee forced to just let this one go down, and now Vici gain a little bit more momentum.
They're going to get punished here up against double Midas. Vici Gaming just saying, you want to go double Midas? Great. We're going to push you hard and fast, and just go for some very mid-game oriented items. The Mask of Madness on the Void, probably the next choice. Your Sniper's already got one. They can transition into late game, but in the meantime, they pack a punch, whereas Newbee, very reliant on the hook shot, Ice Blast combo to get their kills, and although June had that powerful start, he hasn't found one lately. He's been quiet ever since the Haster, and is building towards the Blade Mail, but already, Vici, okay, we've taken tower bottom, we've taken tower mid, let's do the same thing top, and until you guys come to fight, until your Midases pay off, you're going to have a tough time taking us.
This is a huge window of opportunity for Vici Gaming. They've got absolutely amazing combative items. Mech, Mask of Madness, Ice Ice Ice, looks like Hill of a Mask of Madness coming out. These are items that give you a huge benefit in the here and now. How with Drum of Endurance. Newbee, you look at their inventories, and it's a couple of Midases, halfway through Blade Mail, and Moo, who's about halfway through an Aghanims. His farm pretty good, but does not give you that much utility until the item itself is picked up. So Vici making the right call to do pretty much damage as they can in this timing window and bring the fight to Newbee. We'll see. Here we go. Hal walks right into it. He gets doomed straight away, and this should be a pretty easy kill, I believe. He gets open wounded and, pick off on the Ember Spirit. So
they blow their smoke.
The smoke.
The hookshot was also used.
Yeah, and the Doom. So
yeah, I don't know if they want to fight anymore at this point. Ice 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 going in with the smack on the that little club there, but no follow-up. Newbee just gonna retreat to their tower. Vici Gaming to theirs. So
good for Newbee, though. They delay this fight, and now they save their tower with a freebie instead of having to take a 5v5.
Yeah, if Vici Gaming won, you could just wait for Ember to respawn and then go top as 5 with no hookshot, no Doom. The hookshot probably will cool down in time. The Doom may not, but it seems they are gonna back off and just bide their time, waiting for a more patient opening to find them.
I wonder if Vici looked to grab some farming tools of their own, seeing the double Midas out on Vici, or pardon me, out on Newbee, or if Vici looks to just kind of take this aggression to a whole nother level in the next 5 minutes or so as the more items come out. Super, looks like Yasha will be on the way for him. He'll do the same build as he did last game, no big surprise about it. And maybe hoping Ice 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 can become a big damage dealer as well once he grabs that Mask of Madness. Still a little ways off. What's coming out on the courier here? That'll be... Oh, his Mask of Madness has already been completed. Never mind, his farm a little better than I thought, so...
This is a big game for Sangshade. If the Enchant Persia gets farmed up against double Mask of Madness, could do a lot of work, but unfortunately, he's not getting there.
Yeah. Well, rotations from Newbee towards the bottom lane. They'll move 3 heroes, and Vici will just move a few towards the top lane. But now, the rotation down. Vici will try to make a defense. Ice Blast flies through. Scouts out Ice Ice Ice.
Oh, they find Banana.
Finger blows him up. No time to react, and they leave Hal up into the top lane to finish off that tier 1 tower. So what seemed like it could be a tier 1 for tier 1 trade ends up just being a 1-0 for Vici, and they get a freebie out of it, kind of leveling things out from Hal getting picked off just a few minutes prior.
And he was in no man's land, just trying to join the team bottom, but gets caught out on the way. It seems Newbee may be forced into just farming, but do you really... Sure, you have double Midas, but even then, do you want to farm trade against a Void Ember Sniper? I'm not so sure that's a favorable trade. Later on this game, Newbee have just the Doom as a great answer to BKBs, and at least 2 of these heroes very likely to go for that in the Void and the Sniper. I don't know. It may be their only option, but it feels a little bit risky to be forced into that kind of trade. Midases or no Midases.
Yeah, absolutely. And Vici still holding on to a lead for now. 2,000 net worth, 1,500 experience. Not a huge amount, but enough that they're feeling pretty comfortable 17 minutes into this match. Chen with his creeps in the front lines, just pressuring the tier 2 down bottom. Ice lingering nearby in the trees, hoping someone will go for the bait. Chen will use the all heal. Unfortunately, doesn't save his Alpha Wolf for the damage aura. But you can see how timid Newbee are right now. They'll come to the tower and mount a minor defense as it gets chipped down. But if they can avoid it, they do not want to fight.
Do they want to jump just Banana? He's fairly tanky here.
Oh, but the Ancient Apparition comes by. Will they get vision of him? They do. This could be the opening for Ice. No. Chen brings back his creeps. Here we go. Hops over. Chronosphere pops his ulti, and it's just an easy pick on the Ancient Apparition, but now he gets doomed. Support will be inbound. Moo nearby. Hits him with a Shadow Strike.
Deny.
It's dashed. Has the Sonic Wave. No deny this time, and it's a 1-for-1. Good trade for Newbee.
I was going to be so sad for this Doom if there was another deny, but finally they get the kill. A void for an H Apparition. Pretty good trade in the end for Newbee, and now they may find Fenrir as well. Already used his Hand of God. Blade Mail picked up. Tries to mech. In comes the Ember. Too late. Already goes down.
Walk comes in, but again, Moo has to blink aggressively for this. Super just laying into him. He'll find the kill on the Queen of Pain. They lose the Clockwork as well, and now Moo on the hunt. Banana, nowhere to go. He's got no blink, no out. The TP scroll is it, but there's an Earth Spike from the high ground. They'll punish the Doom as Assassinate goes through. A triple kill for the Sniper. It seemed like Newbee had it at first, but the rotations are there, and now Super topping that net worth chart with little competition.
Man, they just can't get anything going their way, huh? Every time it feels like, okay, now Newbee is able to turn this game. Even with double Midas, they're still down in terms of gold and in terms of experience. That is brutal. No Midases on the Radiant side, just going straight into combat items. And I don't know, I just feel like, unfortunately, the Lifesteal and Doom picks have not really gotten much done. The Doom had a good early start with the one smoke gank mid, but that's about it. One of his kills gets denied. Oh, Rabbit. Gotta be careful. He does have an infest
here.
He's got armlet. Could he toggle it right?
Oh, Assassinate. It'll get canceled. Wow, that's another one a little close for comfort. He limps away, and even though he doesn't die here, just showing us how weak the lifestealer is at this stage of the game, especially against the Sniper, who can initiate on him from so far behind. Now down bottom, June and Hal maybe going blow for blow, but June does have some support nearby. Banana looking for the wrap around. Your Doom is available. Puts that onto Hal. He had the Flame Guard, but it will be expiring here momentarily. Ice Blast flying through. It's a pick off on the Ember Spirit, and June will be credited with the kill.
Very nice gag. June with the cogs pushes him back, just gives them that nice stun to help him push him towards the Doom and also prevent him from using the Remnant out for just a split second there. It makes the difference. And now they have an Infest Bomb going. This Clockwork Lifestealer, not the most reliable Infest Bomb, but June, if anybody can get it done, it's probably your 8K MMR player. He's going to chuck out a rocket. Gets eyes on Super. I believe they saw him.
On the high ground.
Oh, what?
All right, two fights will break out. Ice. He uses the Chrono on one. Just Moo. He's all by himself. Now the hookshot off to the other side. Super gets isolated. And the Sniper will go down first. On the backside, they will find the kill on Moo as FY joins the party. 1-for-1, mid laner for mid laner. But Vici might not get out scot-free here. Ice rather low. FY does manage to blink back, but I think he's...
Well, two-hero impel, but guess who's coming for the other side? It's June. They're going to lose FY as well. That was a little awkward. Rabbit popped out of Infest. He blocked June from being able to hookshot. So the Sniper started to walk away. Fortunately, Rabbit got out of the way, and June comes through in the clutch. But that almost turned into a disaster for Newbee with a guaranteed kill on the Sniper turning into a near whiff. So good play there by June to make it count. And a little bit of, it seemed like miscommunication from Newbee, but they do get the job done. And these are the kind of fights Newbee really want. These chaotic, spread out fights where you could just find easy pickoffs on isolated targets with Doom, with Hookshot, with Infest Bombs. They're not really so much about the big five-man clashes, unless they get the Hookshot Ice Blast combo, but reliably hitting that with only Hookshot to set it up is going to be an uphill battle. So, in the end, turns out decently for Newbee. They keep it close. They need to keep on finding these kills, though. I don't know if you mentioned it yet, but the Ags is up on Moo. They're going to try and make their way into the Vici Gaming jungle now.
Yeah, this is where you can get very liberal with your Sonic Wave usage to clear out creep waves if there's a big lot of them pushing into your tower, or if you just find any opportunity to jump on a hero. A good item on the Quap to go for first. Also gives you a lot of stats, so she is rather tanky and can feel a little more safe blinking aggressively, though. Needs to be cautious whoever that sniper may be. Other than that, not a huge amount of item progression on the Dire side. We'll see the Sange now on the Lifestealer to follow up his Armlet, and Doom has picked up a Blink Dagger, but both those cores still looking to really see the big dividends coming from those Hands of Midas. Meanwhile, Vici, they'll continue the aggression. Ice, 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 he grabs a Maelstrom, soon to be a Mjolnir, and here's the initiation up top. Yeah, Rabbit, Chronosphere comes out, connects on 2 as June TP's in. They are lacking on follow-up damage, though. Earthspike from the Lion, they get the kill on the Clockwork. Now trying to make the retreat, but Moo pops forward, drops the ulti onto the Faceless Void, brings him down as FY moves into the tree line. Support is on the way, though. Here's How coming on in. Banana still has his ultimate available. Moo gets brought down by the Ember Spirit. It's a 2 for 2, but Vici have the resources. Super gets doomed, but there's just no pressure coming his way. He'll be able to sit back and still do a lot of damage here. Banana ends up going down. Rabbit goes man mode against How.
Nice and fast, trying to run. Oh, man. They don't have great solutions for the sniper when the fights go longer. Rabbit caught out. Can he armlet toggle? Tries for it, but can't get the job done. And it might be 5 dead. They're chasing Sideshape back to the well. How on the hunt gets the chains again. What a great play by that Ember. Assassinate finds the ancient apparition and domes him.
They do it in style. LD 2 for 5. Vici Gaming take a very successful team fight here. And this is what you were talking about, where Newbee will shine in these chaotic kind of 1v1, 2v1 little fights, but in a straight-up 5v5. 23 minutes in, Vici just have the obvious advantage.
That was good decision-making by Vici. June TP's into tower as the Clockwork. They dropped the Chrono already, and the Lifestealer was the first one caught under, but they wisely go for the Clock, knowing that he's not going to be able to pop Blade Mail because Chrono's already been used before he even arrives at the tower. If he had Blade Mailed before he TP'd or something, then I guess it would have worn off, so there's really no way to get the Blade Mail online as he TP's in, and because of that, Vici Gaming start the fight off on the right foot. It's just a lot of pressure for a Clockwork. If he's the only reliable initiator, then it's tough to consistently find good openings, whereas the Chrono just, as we know, such a safe, easy late game, even early to mid game tool to set up kills and start fights on the right foot.
Well, FY moves into a very aggressive position, gets a ward down on the plateau to give his team quite a bit of vision, and probably a sign that Vici will continue their aggressive pushing and look to pressure the tier 2 in the bottom as well as the mid. Ice, Ice, Ice still coming online a little bit here, but at this point he can start looking for solo pickoffs on supports and actually becoming quite the damage dealer himself. How now has a Yasha to go with his Drum of Endurance, and Super, he didn't go the SNY this time like he did last game, instead picks up the ultimate orb here, and well, hook shot, speak of the devil, but Super will just scurry his way to safety. Oh, haha! Back to my tower, and failed gank here from Newbee.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on June. He's the only guy who can start these fights for now. Maybe later on, if Moo's able to get a Hex or Lifestealer, could potentially infest one of these other heroes and follow up a Blink initiation from the Doom, but for now, it just seems to be all about June. If he hits a good hook, they can take a fight. If not, or if he dies off the bat, they don't have a chance.
Are they going to find Banana here? 5-hero rotation.
I think they
smoked
saw
up.
him.
They know he's nearby. FY guesses into the tree line. He blinks south, but they scout it out. Chronosphere deployed to interrupt the TP. And it's a dead Doombringer. They used the big cooldown for it, but a clean kill, and I don't think Newbee will mount much of a defense here without their Doom.
I believe it was the ward up here giving them the vision as he moved into the lane.
Oh,
so.
Wow, there you go, yeah.
That ward that FY placed already starting to pay off. And Vici Gaming systematically beginning to dismantle the defenses of the Newbee side. Now, a 7,500 gold lead, a 7,500 experience lead, and a still Newbee yet to take a tower. And you do look at their draft and say, taking towers is not really the strength of this lineup. Lifestealer used to be known for his ability to siege because you could just pop rage and hit buildings. And there's a lot of heroes that just can't go on you when you do that. Hit the buildings for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, back off, reset, wait for rage to cool down, go again, but you can't do that against Vici. They've got Chrono, they've got Sniper, who just really poops on this Lifestealer in team fights. They need a hook shot here. They really need one.
They move into the Roche pit, and Vici will play this one safe. They have that ward down, so they see the movements from Newbee. respecting the power of all their long-range initiation in the pit and realizing that that is one way they could throw away the lead they picked up for themselves.
There's your hook. Finds FY. He still gets up the Hex first, but
okay.
Nicely done. They scouted him walking up to the high ground, lost vision as he breached the cliff, but still able to get the job done. They just need more of that. Now you're Doom on the move.
Uh-oh, How. He hops forward, he finds Moose. Sniper will find the Ancient Apparition elsewhere, but now How in kind of a forward position. A lot of enemies nearby. They'll start to tighten the nooses. Now Ice. Time walks forward onto Banana. All heal from Chen comes out. Super gets initiated on, but he'll do a lot of damage before he goes down. Ghost Scepter. Assassinate comes through from Super. Quap blinks back to safety. Now Rabbit and Super. The Snooper just duking it out.
No, they're not going to get him!
Can Vici save him? They can! Rabbit can't close the gap. The Sniper lives with a triple kill of all things. Oh, it's another disaster for Newbee. A 3-for-0 in this little skirmish, starting off with the Ancient Apparition falling. Oh, Vici just furthered their lead so much with another successful mid-game fight.
Oh, God. This fight... I feel like that's 3 fights now where... Oh, Ice Blast's gonna come in, hit Super Wall and Mask of Madness. He's gonna drop pretty low to this, but there's really nobody to come in and they should be able to take the Aegis, just walk away in time. How many fights has it been where they don't quite finish off Super and then you see a Life Stealer like desperately, you know, it's like someone trying to swim against a riptide in the ocean. They just keep on wading forward and getting pushed around. They lose control of their path and they just can't close the gap. It's been the case for the Clockwork, the Life Stealer, the Doom. 3 heroes that really don't have great mobility after their initial usage of like a Blake. Oh, bottom lane. Hold that thought. Ice going for a solo kill on Moo. Will he get an extra bash here? He does. He gets
got the
job
damage.
done.
And now the Ember Spirit coming in. What started as just a freebie may erupt into a full team fight. Ice gets doomed. Is he in trouble here?
They have a hook.
I think he's fine. Unless they can do more damage, he should live the duration of the Doom. Now How, making some space, connects with the Searing Chains onto June.
Where are you going, Rabbit? He's just gonna get
his way in. Yeah, this is rough. He's used his rage. Now FY blinks forward, brings down the Clockwork with a finger to the face. Searing Chains on Song Shung. One more auto attack and he should fall. How, he's got the slide up in 1 second, but he won't commit for it. Still 2-for-0 on the bottom. Those are just free kills for Vici.
Vici Gaming just kiting, outmaneuvering, outplaying Newbee at all quarters, and on top of that, it does feel like the way the game's developed that Newbee just do not match up very well against them. They have one unreliable way to, again, top lane, this time on to Banana, bash to death. It's just insulting when Ice is running around with 200 health, diving you under your tier 2 towers and kill you. That's a real smack in the jaw. Oh my.
That's an insult. Uh-oh, mid lane? Oh, thought they were going to have it go on Rabbit. Yeah, you've always got to swim diagonal against the Riptide LD. And Newbee, they're trying to face it head on here. It's not working. Their arms are getting tired, and seems every fight they just fall behind a little more. Vici now ahead by about 14k net worth and XP. This game just very quickly getting out of control. The farming tools for Newbee not giving them any kind of an edge as we're getting closer to this late game point. And the action's not going to stop here. Down bottom, they may go for Moo. They still have this ward on the high ground, so they see exactly where he is. They're baiting it out for now.
They're even painting, like there is a ward here. As they attempted a hook. Looks like it may have been heading towards Fenrir's way, but did not end up finding him. And now it's Moo, the man trapped out in the tree line. June's going to come in, isolates FYU, 4 staffs his way towards safety as a blink cooling down soon, but not soon enough, will fall. To start off the fight, no hookshot follow-up, and here comes your Sniper with the Void combo. 2 trapped in the Chrono just to make it worse. Ice backtracking the Queen of Pain. And that's the nail in the coffin. Outmaneuvered. I would say probably outdrafted as well, and just completely and utterly outplayed by Vici Gaming. Oh my.
Yeah,
what a brutal, brutal beatdown. A 2-0 stomp for Vici Gaming.
Yeah, Vici just looking stronger across the board. Like you said, I would definitely say Game 2 is an outdraft in both games. Just felt like an out-execution. Lifestealer and Doom, both are not really that popular in the meta right now, and I think this game is sort of a good example of why that is. They just don't do enough early on. They require so much farm to really come online, and even a Queen of Pain, you look at their 3 cores, and all of them kind of need to snowball. They need some early momentum, and they don't really have this great ability to just turtle up and say, well, we're struggling now, but we're just going to buckle those seatbelts and get into the late game. Vici can just bring the fight to you so early on, and two 30-minute victories. All about the team mid-game skirmishes there for Vici.
So many good moves by Vici, to be fair. The hook block by the Fenrir creep earlier on in the game. They stole the neutral stack of the Doom super fast. The deny by Ice Ice Ice. We saw a last hit Hadouken by Fenrir to bail them out. Like, everything pretty much going Vici Gaming's way. Maybe a little bit of luck, a lot of great decision making, and on the back of it, this squad looking resilient, and they plunge forward. They will be in the loser bracket finals now, and that is a play-in match. The winner of that match will go on to the big dance. They'll be traveling to Bucharest to join the winner of LGD versus IG. That's our next match. It's a play-in match as well. One of those two teams guaranteed to be going to Romania. IG come in as the favorites, I think, for most people, but this is a classic showdown in Chinese Dota. Looking forward to it. How long do we have until that one? Do you know?
Well, it's going to be a little while here, LD. Over an hour, I think, is the posted start time. It should be 5 a.m. Pacific, and SGT, it should be 20. So nice prime time for our big matchup tonight for all of the SEA and Chinese fans out there, but they will have to be patient. I don't know if this series will start early, as we do have a long break, but I reckon it'll be at least an hour break or so.
All right, so about an hour to go, folks. Then we'll be back for our second and final best of 3 here in your daily fix of Starladder China. It is wrapping up. Today will be our second to last day. Tomorrow will be the last day, so enjoy it while you can. For now, it's going to be Zyori. You can follow at Zyori TV on Twitter, and myself, LD, signing off. We will be back for your second best of 3 in about an hour and 15 minutes.
G2A.com!
Ah!
Best video game store ever! Fast as lightning! Solid as a rock! Cheap as duck! What's more, you can sell on it because it's also a marketplace! Remember G2A.com! The best video game store ever!
esportsbets.com, the service where gamers will bet real money on virtual events.
Real money!
Here, the best odds and widest coverage of games from Dota 2 to Hearthstone.
We have over 200,000 users registered.
Join us. Prove that you are the best versed in esports. Who will get the first blood? Who will take the first Roshan? Who will win the knife round? Participate in the race of predictors and earn real money. The more bids, the more bonuses. Reward for your first deposit up to $600. esportsbets.com. Foresight, passion, and calculation. All right, folks, about an hour and 15 minutes before our next best of 3. That's going to be IG versus LGD. In the meantime, we do have Cyclops casting some Starladder Southeast Asia. You can head over to twitch.tv/BeyondTheSummit if you'd like to check that out, or oh no, I guess is it live now? Yeah, it is. MVP Phoenix taking on Aces. I believe the games have already begun. I think he's casting them. Anyway, we'll be back in an hour and 15 minutes on this stream for your daily fix of Chinese Dota.